Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Tech Stuff, where I talk about random photography equipment that I like using and I would like to share with everyone out there. So apparently Google tells me that the first 15 seconds of the video is crucial to capture the audience attention, so I will leave a timestamp over here where you guys can just skip to it and watch the very nice B-roll or cinematic footage that I would have shot for this video. But for those of you who are more tech inclined and would like to listen to whatever blabber I have to say for the next 2 to 3 minutes, stay tuned. One of the first few things I did when I was moving back from Australia was to sell all my large photography items. So anything that was too big to fit into a luggage or just didn't make sense to pay for shipping for something that big. And since I've been here for about a year now, I thought it would be time to start building up this arsenal again. And one of the things I was really keen to buy was a slider. So for those of you who do not know what a slider is, it's basically a simple contraption using 2 rods and a plate in the middle of it. And this plate sits on the rods with a couple of bearings, allowing a camera to be placed on top of it, and then you can slide it from side to side. And this rail system, or the dolly system, basically eliminates a lot of shake that you would usually get if you did it handheld. So sliders are very common for videographers or filmmakers, and it can range from a very expensive piece like the Rhino slider, which costs about $2.5 grand, to a simple slider that can cost somewhere between $50 to $100. So the one that I bought was from a brand called Neewer. I've used one of the sliders before. The build quality wasn't extremely great, but it was good for the price that you were paying. So the one that I bought previously was a 1 meter slider. This time I went for a 1.2 meter slider, which is slightly longer. Kind of regretting it a bit. It wasn't very easy bringing it around, but it gives me a bit more room to play with in terms of how much I can actually slide the camera from side to side. So the plate comes with a little friction knob on the side, this little red one over here, and basically what that allows you to do is to hold the plate in place while you are bringing the slider from one location to the next. Now this is something that most sliders would have, but for the cheaper ones like this one, it's mostly used to either hold it in place or release it so that you can slide it. The more expensive ones that you might pay a few $100s more would be able to control the amount of friction, giving you better control of how fast these sliders would move. So the slider can either be mounted on a tripod, or you can just place it straight on the ground with its 4 adjustable legs. So the legs give you a bit of flexibility on the ground. It's adjustable in terms of angle and height. So in case you're on some rocky terrain or just an uneven slope, these legs are pretty convenient if you don't want to bring around a big tripod. So the other way you can mount this slider is on a tripod. The center plate comes with a 1/4 inch thread hole, as well as a 3/8 inch thread hole. Wow, I can't say that. 3/8 inch thread hole. 3/8 inch thread hole. Alright, you get it. So if you're going to mount it on a tripod, I would highly recommend using a larger tripod with a wider stance. This is mainly because when you're sliding the camera from one side to the next, a lot of weight is being shifted to one side of the slider. And if you don't have a big enough tripod, that whole thing's just gonna tip over, and there goes your $4,000 camera. So what I really wanted to do with this slider is to mainly capture better product B-roll. And with this slider and a small setup, it was really easy to capture some of these shots. As you can see, this is just an old film camera that I had stored up, and these simple movements kind of gives it a bit of a professional touch to it, and all from a $170 slider. Come on, I mean, it's not that much. I'm going out tonight because Singapore is having its annual iLight Festival, so the whole city is filled with exhibitions, lighting, displays, the whole art week kind of thing going on. And I thought it would be a good chance to show you guys what you can do in a larger scale compared to what I just showed you in a smaller scale. So yeah, I'm gonna cut to the footage that I would have taken in the future. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.